It is. I am Victor Garsley.
It is. I am Crowboy.
I am Mr. Graves.
And I am Frankengin.
Welcome to Sin and Gin podcast.
Just the FYI, what happened there was beautiful because we rehearsed which way round we'd all do it, yet there was still a massive pause. And Matt said, let's do it with some enthusiasm, which is why he went, ooh, like a fucking boxing announcer.
Let's get ready to podcast.
So
yeah, hi guys. How's it all going? Are we all feeling creamy?
Very creamy.
Very creamy in this heat.
Lukewarm.
I know.
Going off cream.
Yeah, I had to close my windows due to little shitbags outside using remote control cars. There's this one particular person, and he's such a little shitbag. And basically, there's a little bit like a cul-de-sac bit where the buses go around, and he just literally gets his remote control car, and this guy must be about 18. And he literally just takes his car and literally just goes in circle. But he doesn't just do it for like 5 minutes and then takes it down the park. He will literally just be there for like half an hour to an hour, just putting this car round and round on circles.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt, do you have a remote control car?
No.
Then you don't know the joy of driving around in small circles.
I've just got this image of a little tiny pixie exhibit going, I'm here to pimp your car.
Right, that's an outdated reference for anyone that is the age of 25.
What happened to Exhibit?
Westwood.
Westwood, oh, God.
Yeah.
Probably.
I really like that song he did, that X. You know,
X.
Yeah, that one.
The one about
Was it called
X's.
X?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
X.
You mean X
Exhibit.
going to give it to you, going to deliver it to you, going to mail it to you?
It was like X, and then like X. Yeah.
Yeah, X going to deliver it to you.
What was it about?
What, so does he want
He's
to
a
be
X
postman
being
now.
Works at Amazon.
He was getting everyone. He was in trying to get everyone to vote.
Oh, yeah. We should say as well, obviously this is a podcast, but this week we are, for the first time, properly recording it on video. So if you want to watch this instead of listen to it, we'll have it on YouTube, I assume?
Yeah, it'll be on the Victor and the Bully YouTube channel.
Yeah.
YouTube.
So there you go. You can see all of our interesting choices of clothing.
I've decided to dress like an ice cream man.
I've dressed.
You've pulled it off well.
I've matched my face tone with my clothing, apparently.
Yeah.
You're just very pink.
Mine's similar as well.
You're
Mine's similar
so
as well.
pink.
I'm pink everywhere. I went for a run and got sunburned. That's how white I am.
Yeah, so Joe's shirt right now is bright pink, and Joe's skin tone is bright pink.
like a lobster boy.
Just went to home base and they colour code matched his face to the paint palette.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Dave.
Yeah.
One thing as well, I'm finding that this new lockdown thing. So I'm growing my beard. Like, it's gone way past the point it's ever gone. And Ash, you've got quite a long beard, and Matt, you've got quite a long moustache. I've got to the point now where I suddenly eat my own moustache by mistake. It's like the sides of it are going in my mouth when I'm eating fucking.
Sometimes I just poop hair.
Delicious.
Wow. It's delicious.
It's my favourite pastime.
Do you sometimes do that thing that cats do? Are you you just sitting there at work?
Oh, with my bum hole. It's like and then a hair turd comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Does your bumhole make that noise as well?
Yeah, I've got a tongue in my arse.
Oh, old Harry hair turd over there.
Actually, I eat through my eyes like a leopard frog.
Oh God, don't do that. Let's not do callbacks. So, Dave, how's your week going?
Yeah, it's good. It's hot. I've yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you know.
Thanks, Dave.
Good, Ash.
Yeah, it's been riveting. It's been pretty much the same as always, to be honest. But I got a Nintendo Switch though.
A Nintendo 64. What?
Yeah, that one.
Wow.
Nintendo 1362.
Has it got the new Terminator 2 game on it?
I've been playing Doom 64. It's great.
Graphics are.
True Rock. What have you been playing, Ash? You've been playing Animal Crossing?
Of course.
I've been playing Animal Crossing with Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you have. Good to see you off Sea of Thieves.
We'll be back.
In your turnips, have you?
It's quite funny actually because I've tried to make my Animal Crossing island like a horror thing. So you come to my island, the moment you arrive, there's a picture of Reginald, and the whole thing I'm doing like a shrine to Reginald, and my house looks. I put all like skulls and like you can create your own like decals, and I've got all like fake blood everywhere. Like there was like a duck that like came onto my island, and he's like on the beach, right? And I just put loads of like blood decals, so he looks like he's just dead on the beach.
I don't like how unhealthily obsessed you are now with crabs. I think you need some crab therapy or crab intervention or just being pelted with crab sticks.
Because that's a known remedy for
crab flavoured sticks.
Sorry, did we have that as a fact? I can't remember. They're just some kind of horrible fish, aren't they? The only other thing that just happened to me this week is I've encountered Takeshi 69's new song, which broke the internet. Have any of you?
Oh, is that his name?
Come across that?
I never knew how to read his name.
It's called Gooba. Do you not know who Takeshi 69 is?
Yeah,
unfortunately.
he's that rainbow coloured turd.
Yeah, and
he's
went
in
to
like witness protection, isn't he? Because he grassed up a gang.
Yeah, he grassed up. He did the most un-hip hop thing you could possibly do and grass up everyone to get out of prison early. But he's made a new song called Gooba. And let me read you some of the lyrics to it. Because
I bet it's good.
Well, the video is really weird. It involves lots of horrible colours. Like it's like a Skittles advert. There's some words that I'm too white and middle class to read.
Give it your best.
We believe you, mate.
Where is it? This is so fucking dumb. People always talking shit, yada yada yada. When you see me, what are you fucking talking about? It doesn't even rhyme, does it? But
no. It's not a poem.
There's a bit
haiku.
It's so spooky 365.
I'll find it in a minute. Oh, here it goes. It goes right. This is it. Tell him to get out my face before I. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Play me like a dummy, like bitch. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Yeah, you got some money, but you fucking ugly. That is what. They've rhymed dumb with dumb.
That definitely sounds like the kind of lyrics.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely sounds like the right kind of lyrics that come from a random coloured turd goblin.
You're reading between the words. Yeah, like clearly he's talking about the whole psychological issue. I don't know, he's talking shit.
He's talking about the coronavirus. I don't know. Anyway.
The incident.
The incident.
Sorry. Bleep. So, what have we got coming up? This week, Matthew?
Well, weenies, we have Count Factula. Count Factula. I'm doing the style of Tommy Cooper. Just like that. We've got Count Factula. We can tell some news stories. We've got the Blank O Mattic. We've got some chatting. We've got a thing called Imagines, which I don't know what that is.
Every week I like to bring a little secret along to the podcast, just to bamboozle you all. So that's what's coming up this week. Should we go on to Count Factula?
Here's Count Factula. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got facts for you. You've got facts for me. Well, here comes Count Factula to drain you with his facts.
I'm Count Factula.
Okay. So this is our usual segment of Synergin podcast where we give everybody a fact. We don't know each other's fact, and most of this is barely researched. And if you believe in it, what we're saying, then you might want to research it more, because who knows, it may not even be real.
There was one week where I gave a not fact. It was just plain something I read on the internet that wasn't true at all. So,
but you believed it.
So let's get this started. And our first fact is Mr. Grave.
Yes, hello everyone. So this one I found quite interesting. So in Catalonia, which is a part of Spain, for those that don't know, they have a smiley face piece of wood called the shitting log. And it poops out presents. Hey, Adam. Excuse me. This is about Christmas.
Start that again. What?
In Catalonia, Spain, they have a smiley face piece of wood called the shitting log, and it poops out presents at Christmas. This is legit. Now, for those of you who are listening to this right now and not watching us, I highly recommend you look into this thing. And if you got a chance, Google it right now. It's
called driving. Do not Google it.
Do not Google. Carry on driving. Carry on looking at the road.
What is it called?
So, listen to us anyway while you're driving. It's called the Tio de Nadal. Tio de Nadal.
So how did this come about?
So in Catalonia, in that part of Spain, they had their kind of version of Christianity, which was Catalan mythology. And basically what it is a piece of wood that around Christmas time, they put a red blanket over it. Sing a song. They sing a song and they encourage the children to hit it with smaller sticks. And normally there's a point, it's kind of changed over the years because obviously the main point of the log originally was to chuck it in the fire and burn it with its kind of piece of fabric over the top of it. And while it was burning, you as the child would be amazed that it's burning. And the parents would put presents around the fire to kind of signify that with the burning of the Tio de Nadal, the presents have been released from it and the kids have got it. So in recent times, what they do now is they say it's more of a point that you hit it with a stick while singing a little poem. And the poem, which is Cagatoro alvaras ai matos sino cagas bi el de ucob de basto cagatio, which I probably said completely fucking wrong.
One of my favourite says.
Oh, yeah.
No, because you know me, I'm known for the ability to use English, let alone a foreign language. But that translates to shit log, shit nuggets, hazelnuts and mato cheese. If you don't shit well, I'll hit you with a stick. Shit. And so basically what they would do is after getting the kids to hit it with a stick, they would entice the kids to go to a different room to then kind of pray. And while kids were praying or something like that, they would then put a load of gifts around the log, and that would be the Tio de Nadal presenting the children with their Christmas presents for the year.
And isn't that what Christmas is about at the end of the day? The Christmas shit log.
The Christmas shit log. Nothing like a good log to hit with a stick.
Actually, I'll tell you something though. There's nothing like the shit after Christmas.
No, nothing quite like that.
You mean the PSS? The PCS? The post-Christmas shit?
Yeah. Post-Christmas shit. That's the one. And then we all gather around the toilet.
Comes out wrapped in a bow.
Yeah.
You know. Wow. I mean that's the second fact in a row. Not in a row, but it's the second week of facts where there's been like a little poem that's gone with the fact. I like that.
And probably about the eighth synonym that involves a poo.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go wrong with poo.
I think 7 of those are from Dave.
Yeah.
And if you keep on listening,
horse did a shit.
It's like a horse did a shit. I will keep informing you about poo. You lucky lot.
Oh, thanks.
Wow. Thanks for that.
So our next Count Factula fact is the wonderful Frankengene.
Okay, so mine is about the 1904 Olympics.
So not about poo.
It's not about poo, but could technically be if you looked into it. But right, apparently the marathon at this Olympics was a complete fucking shambles. For a start, the course itself was really dusty and breathing was causing injuries to people. Apparently, one runner was hospitalized from hemorrhaging after the dust tore through his esophagus and stomach lining. And then,
where was it?
This was in St. Louis, apparently. He said the first place finisher did most of the race in a car.
Oh, yeah.
The guy in second place almost died from eating rat poison. And the fourth place finisher raced in dress pants and shoes, and he took a nap in the middle of the race as well. Apparently,
was this a cartoon?
You would think so, wouldn't it? But right, so the first place guy apparently hitched a ride in a car because he had really serious cramping from all the dust and stuff. And apparently, just before the finish line, he got out and crossed it, which apparently fooled quite a lot of people that were watching at the finish line. And apparently he claimed he did it as a joke at the end of it. The second place finisher, the reason why he was poisoned, he took a mixture of egg whites and I don't even know how to pronounce that, strychnine or strychnine, I think it is. I don't know.
Strychnine, yeah.
Thank you. And basically, it's a poison that's used to kill like rodents and birds. And he basically was using it as a performance-enhancing drug. And he literally had to be physically carried over the finish line by his handlers. and then the fourth place guy was a Cuban national who raised money to attend the Olympics by running the entire length of Cuba.
Wow.
He gambled away all of his money when he arrived in the States.
Is Cuba big or small?
It's
I don't know.
Let's have a
big.
Google.
I'm guessing it's big. But yeah, he gambled all of the money when he arrived in the States.
Put it on
and
black.
He showed up for the race in dress clothing. And apparently, another runner basically gave him a knife so he could cut his pants into shorts. And he stopped an orchard during the race, but the apples were rotten, so he ended up with stomach cramps too and had to have a nap in the middle of the race. So there you go.
Wow.
You literally couldn't make that up.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, organised sports come a long way.
Yeah.
Definitely more controlled.
That is sports I could actually get into.
That is incredible.
I'd rather watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking as well. That sounds like something you'd do, Matt. Turn up to a race in like a full suit. Have to cut yourself with shorts.
Yeah, I'm not a bloody animal, am I?
Yeah. Respect. Strangely enough, Cuba, the length of Cuba is 777 miles.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that the Cuba's that length. I don't believe the man ran the whole fucking length.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. 777.
That is a good fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
hell. There's been some golden ones. I'm a bit scared. My fact's a bit...
Yeah, my fact's a bit shit now.
Yeah.
Joe, do you want to go?
Yeah, go on then. This one you might... Matt, especially, you might know, for a reason I'll state in a minute. But in the Victorian times, where infant mortality and child mortality was great because you could have all the sex you wanted and most of your kids would die. So
10 out of 10 would recommend.
No, there was a real trend. I say trend. It was a common practice to, if you had a child die. Calm down, everyone. If you had a child die, to take a death picture with them. So you'd prop them up. You'd put them in clothes. You put like makeup and all this on them, and you'd all pose for a photo. Yeah, basically to remember them. To remember them.
If that happened now, they'd get a piece of cheese slapped on their face, wouldn't they?
But it was really common. It started with pictures and paintings, and then moved on when the advent of photography happened in the mid 1800s. You had the photographic portraiture, and basically, if your kid died, you were like, "Oh, quick! Before it goes bad, snap a quick pic
before it smells."
Yeah, turn it over. What's the 12-by date on this one?
Yeah, and they were called memento moris. Which means remember you must die in Latin, for anyone that doesn't know. And for anyone that doesn't know, that's the name of a Victor and a Bully album.
Third one.
Strong tab, 6 out of 10.
So yeah, they were called memento moris, and basically, it was to remember your loved ones. And if you've got a strong stomach, Google these pictures because they're fucking weird. And
I'll save it for the nightly wank.
That's a tough wank, that.
That is a tough wank. One of the things they used to do, though, was paint open eyes on the closed lids of the dead if they couldn't physically pry them open. Yeah.
I find it so hard. I'm a horrible person.
You are. Ash, God, you're going to hell. But obviously, as medicine improved, more children survived, and it became less cool to take pictures of dead babies and children.
I wonder why.
Who came up with that first idea going, really sorry about your kid? We'll take a picture.
Yeah. But one of the things that's quite unsettling, and this is where there's a bit of misinformation about this as well, is there's these things you can get you see in museums, and that it's like a stand for people and children to help stand them up when they're taking a picture. People thought that was for the dead, but actually it was because taking a picture, the exposure was so long. If you couldn't stand very well, or if you were a child, they kind of hold you up with this kind of, it's almost like a coat rack, and you'd be leaning on it. People wrongly later on thought that was for that, but it actually wasn't. But actually, if you think about it, because the exposure was so long, you'd be sitting there with your dead baby for about 15 to 20 minutes while the picture processed, which is kind of unsettling even more than the fact that they've taken the picture, the memento mori.
Made me hungry.
Forbidden snack.
Forbidden snack. Like,
Stop picking at your dead baby, sir. I'm trying to take a picture.
Didn't that baby have 10 toes?
Just looking
Is that baby's arm holding an apple?
Looking at a scab on the back of its head, like, that's a keeper.
So that's my one. So Matt, your one?
Yes. So I have a cluster of facts.
I really hope it's not about the reduction of meals on airplanes.
No, so this one is about the reductions of meals on trains.
What a twist.
What a twist. So I have my little cluster of facts are words that there are words for things that you frequently see or do or hear about, but you don't actually know the word for them. For example, do you know what the little plastic bit on the end of your shoelace is called?
Nibble.
Shit.
It's called a shit.
No, someone told me this once. Go on then.
It's called an aglet.
That's it. Yeah.
I said tiblet. I was close.
So I was looking through this list. And one of them was a bit weird. It's called a lawn mullet.
That's what I've got on my head right now.
And that's if you only mow your front lawn and not the back lawn.
Wait, is that actual lawn? Or is it like you shave your pubes but not your bum hair?
You referred to that as, look at my lawn mullet.
Ladies, I want to see this lawn mullet.
Great job on the front, but my God, your ass is hairy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's like peanut butter and a rug carpet. So, you know the smell of rain? That is called the smell of rain.
Oh.
That is called petrichor.
I thought you were going to say the smell of rape.
I thought you just said the smell of rain is called the smell of rain. That's what I
So this one I found. So do you know what a palindrome is?
Say you can say the word backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what a semordnilap is?
No.
So that is actually the word palindrome backwards. And it means when you spell something backwards, it means a different thing. For example, parts is strap, diaper is repaid, stressed is desserts.
Of course.
We got a ferrule, which is the small metal bit on the end of a pencil. But some more funny ones. A zugswang.
Zugswang.
And that means when you're playing chess and you can't move in any direction without being hurt. Hurt.
Just on that palindrome one, my favourite palindrome is either can I stab bats in a cave? Which is the same backwards as forwards.
Why do you know that?
Why? So we got another one, which is a comma spec.
Oh.
And I think this one is very relevant to times right now. Comma spec is the excess weight you gain from emotional eating.
Oh, yeah.
And it's literal translation.
Is it a bit like a speck of cum?
Yeah.
I'm the walking embodiment.
A comma spec, its literal translation means grief bacon.
Oh, okay. We can all relate to that.
So this one, I mean, I think you'll get the idea of it by the end of it. An arachibuttyrophobia. Okay.
Fear of bacon butties.
Fear of spider sandwiches.
Close. No, it's a fear of peanut butter getting stuck onto your roof of your mouth or the
eighth floor.
The eighth floor.
Good callback.
That's why I put that one in there.
See what you did there.
Let's.
Everyone drink to that.
So, Joe, you see that little white frothy bit on the top of your Guinness that you're drinking?
Yeah, it keeps getting stuck in my moustache, yeah.
That is actually called a barm. B-A-R-M.
Oh,
called a head.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct of the yeast hitting the buffet in your beer. And yes, you can make really good bread from it.
Oh, sounds...
And the last one I have is a zarf.
A giraffe scarf. A zebra scarf.
A scarf for everything.
No, idiot, that's a garf. It is the cardboard sleeve that goes around your coffee.
Oh.
So, can you
Wait to
imagine
win with a
going
bang.
to a barrister? Excuse me, you forgot the zarf?
Yeah. Mate, this scarf is useless.
Yeah, so they're my little cluster.
I like that. That was good.
That was good. Yeah, well done.
I got a bit worried when you started with anglet.
Aglet.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to look like an idiot.
Aglet at the next fucking meeting. Okay, well, that was Count Factula, your unreliable source of facts.
Are you kids bored of boring old milk? Something small and convenient, and you can have it just in a cup. Well, that's lucky, because Juicy Crew have just released Cup of Milk. Cup of Milk is like ordinary milk, but it comes in a cup, and it's got a seal on the top, and in that way you can't spill the milk before you drink it. So yeah, from the Juicy Crew company, Cup of Milk. It's milky and in a cup.
So before we carry on, we actually had a extra Count Factula fact sent in from the glorious and beautiful Scott Donaldson, who
He is beautiful.
has let us know that in 1816 the United States built a fort to protect itself from invasion by Canada. Deadly Canada.
Those Canucks.
There was only one small problem. Due to a surveying error, it was built in Canada. It was later known as Fort Blunder.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
That's brilliant.
Incredible.
So, yeah. So, talking of funny news stories, Joe, tell us what's happening next.
So, welcome to Shit News, because we have not thought of a name for this segment. And we were discussing it, and we were like, yeah, we'll do something like Shit News, but with a catchier name. And here is Shit News.
Next episode of Sin and Jim, we got to come up with a different name.
Okay, if anyone has an idea for a name we can call this segment, email to Matt.
sinandginpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just thought of one. This
Go on
just
then.
sin.
What?
This just sin.
News just sin.
Yeah, this just sin. Okay, well that's the working title. I still like Shit News. But
It does hit a bit harder, I must admit.
Shit news, yeah, a bit more aggressive.
this is your celeb. So Shit News is the only news you need to think about.
Yeah, there's too much fake news about, isn't there?
Yeah, the lamestream media will fill your head with lies. This
Joe's
is current,
patented.
up-to-date news. So we've got Lewis Capaldi's off the market as singer confirms he's loved up with posh redhead.
Ooh,
Scandalous.
Spicy.
Newly single Chris Hughes recalls wanting to be engaged at the age of 26. I don't know who that is.
Town. Who?
Kerry Katona amps up sex appeal, I doubt it, in suspenders and stockings for lingerie snap.
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
And Katie
Can't
Price.
polish a turd.
Katie
Can't
Price.
polish a hairy turd.
hair turd.
Kerry Katona.
From chewing on her mustache.
And Katie Price kisses Al Worrell on the cheek on bike ride as she admits to drug tests. I don't
Who's
know.
Al Worrell?
What are they correlating? Why do they correlate it?
Yeah.
What a cunt.
Whoa. We dropped a hard C. But the news
Go
story I
on,
want to
C.
focus on right now, and I'm sad to say that everyone's read this on this call, but this might be news to everyone else. Coronavirus, FCCL.
The incident.
The incident, FCCL, and I don't know if that's the right name for it, the place in South Korea, sorry after accidentally using sex dolls to replace fans in an empty stadium. The club have admitted they failed to make detailed checks after their supplier insisted the mannequins were not for sexual use. So everywhere the football season is over, but a couple of countries, including Germany and South Korea, have started to reopen games, but behind closed doors. And if you've ever seen a football game on TV that's behind closed doors, it's a weird atmosphere where it's just completely silent. So they decided that they were going to put mannequins to fill up the stadium. For some reason, they picked all female mannequins, and they turned out to be sex dolls. And the clubs claim that this was a mistake, an oversight. But I'm dubious of that. But they did win 1-0, so maybe,
do you know what
maybe
gets
there's
me,
something
Joe?
in it. You know,
Joe, do you know what gets me? It's the fact that you said that they didn't make detailed checks. What does it actually involve? Is it a case of that they look and go, "Can I stick my dick in it?"
the fact, I mean,
Yep, got a vagina.
Scott, we can't use this one.
think of
I'll just take this one home.
Think of
This one's used.
Think of the process that went into that. So they got to the supplier and they ordered mannequins, as they say, and I don't know, 1,500 boxes of sex dolls turned up. But if you look at the pictures, they've arranged them all. They're all holding up football signs, and they're all arranged, and they're wearing football shirts. And so
with expressions of pure glee.
Yeah,
When they also
exactly.
advertising like
Open
porn
mouthed
sites, though.
because they were so excited about the football match.
all this.
Yeah, Dave's doing the classic. For those who can't see, Dave's doing the classic double dick gesture.
Which is a very famous gesture.
What a classic.
What a classic!
Hey, what am I doing now?
He's doing
A blowjob holding balls.
like really fucking low balls, though.
They're so low.
Old man's testicles.
Is that how low your balls hang, Dave?
I
That's how low one of
if
mine
you,
Did you specifically request the fake one to just be like
metal.
Silly low.
7 inches lower than the other one?
put some extra weight into it just to make it look
I asked
huge.
for my fake bollock to be metal, so I'll beep going through it.
Were they like?
I did as well.
Were they showing you the brochure? And you were like, "Look, guys, I just want to go really weird with it."
I want to be like Iron Man.
Full sex like a
No,
like his light-toed heart.
I got it made of lead in the end.
Oh, good choice.
I don't feel well.
I was filled with mercury, so that if anyone kicks me in the balls, I'd die.
Yeah.
Like to live life
Popping
on-
death.
So,
Really dying of lead
sorry.
poisoning.
So that's your news report. I'm going to go over to correspondent Rogers, Mr. Rogers in the field.
Hello, yes, I'm here in the field, and yes, I'm here in my flat. So I was looking across the internet, and on May the 6th, we have a thrilling news story. 2 men rob a convenience store wearing watermelon rinds on their heads. They walk in with 2 watermelons as masks.
Did they at least cut eye holes?
They cut eye holes.
Watermelon.
You went there. You went there, everyone.
So, police in Louisiana, Virginia took to social media on Saturday.
Wait. This was America. This wasn't like the third world.
No. I mean,
Is it Florida?
Yeah.
no, it was in Louisiana, Virginia. 2 men, they went into a convenience store in their brilliant disguises, is what they thought.
Yep.
And yeah, basically 20-year-olds got caught in the melon drama.
Melancholy.
He did it.
He did it. He fucking did it. Apparently, the police said, I think it's ridiculous. Innovative, but ridiculous. And the amount of work that you had to have to... The amount of work that you have to do to actually hollow out a watermelon to stick it on your head, I think, is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to hollow out a watermelon? Just FYI.
Not for robbery.
They
No.
didn't have one at Halloween one time.
Because it's fucking hard.
Well, watermelons are just summer spookums.
Melons.
Summer spookum pumpkins.
Summer pumpkins, yeah.
Yeah.
Pumpkins.
Oh, God, right.
That's
I
what I
mean,
do.
that is Well, yeah. Anyway, over to Mr. Billings with the latest news.
Well, I'm keeping up a tradition and seeing how the way I've started
It's
today.
about poo, isn't it?
It's about poo. About bloody poo. Florida.
It's Florida as well, of course.
This is from Florida. This was on the 11 days ago, so 8th of May.
The noblet of the East Coast.
The delightful little speck in the corner, right next to Miami, which I've never been. Anyway, Florida lizard breaks world poop record, dies constipated. Oh. Now,
Matt, you can relate to that, can't you?
Oh, I can. I found my
screen
spirit
share
animal.
for this one, just for the image, and I'm just going to quickly do that because it's worth it. You're
on a podcast, mate. You're on an audio podcast.
I won't do that. Basically, I'll explain it to you better. There's a actual image where you can use a 3D modeling X-ray image now. If you search it up, basically just type in constipated lizard record breaking poo. So 3D image of the lizard.
Quick, everyone now! Quick, everyone, run!
This is your 10 seconds to search
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going on now.
Constipated lizard.
Constipated lizard record breaking poo.
Constipated lizard.
Hey everyone, this is the Skin and Jid podcast.
It is actually there, record breaking.
Thanks for tuning in.
You're welcome.
Wow.
So basically what it is that this lizard was eating its normal consistency of bugs and insects and stuff like that. But it lived in a condition of a lot of greasy sand. There was a lot of grease in its sand where it was building up. And due to the grease sand, it was kind of blocking its passages.
Press
so
F for respects.
F for respect.
Oh my God.
Basically what it was doing is, as it was consuming food, these small greasy suppositories of sand was blocking up its passages, we'll say, and it wasn't able to shit, to a point where 80% of the animal's body weight was its own shit. I think, where was it? I read that. I believe.
I've just seen the X-ray, and it's like you've got the skeleton of a lizard, and its entire middle section is just poo.
Is that on the livescience.com?
No, it's on the Orlando Weekly, and the best thing is the quote from one of the people that did the autopsy said, "We went to feel for eggs. It just felt like it was full of silly putty."
Yeah, that's what caught my. If you find it on the livescience.com website, there's a picture of the actual lizard held in the owner's hand, and it's cute. But the bit that really caught my attention was the lizard weighed about 1 ounce, which is about 28 grams, and out of that 28 grams. 22 grams of that was poo.
Fucking hell. Would you imagine if he had shit that out, though? That would have been the best feeling in the world.
Oh, mate.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have just been bows. That would have been confetti as well.
Well, he would have been that guy in the acid toilet, wouldn't he?
I don't think I've ever had constipation.
Oh. Really? I think I've got it now.
I'm sorry.
I think I kind of want it.
Yeah. I've had very much the opposite problem. And that's why we call this shit news, everyone.
What a shit.
So, Mr. Frankenjean.
Okay, right. So mine is from the 11th of May, and it's incident related. A strip club offers drive-through services during US lockdown.
Sorry, say that again. Drive-through services.
A strip club offers drive-through services during US lockdown.
Like a fucking McDonald's.
They said the main service is providing food, but with a little bit of fun. So it's a strip club in Portland, Oregon that found a novel way to stay afloat during the incident. They said the Lucky Devil Lounge transformed itself into Lucky Devil Eats, which has dancers deliver food and food to go, a drive-up service where takeout orders come with an in-car experience that includes performances, music, and lights under canopies. So,
I mean, fair play.
Yeah, you got to give it to him. It says with a quote here, I was like, okay, well, let's keep the kitchen open, he said. Let's keep the cooks working at least, so let's open up the kitchen to food deliveries. And then apparently they said overnight they had a dozen of its employees back to work. They wear masks and gloves to get their temperatures taken each day. But yeah, apparently it's been very very good and very.
But I'm pleased with them.
Yeah.
I personally really don't like strip clubs. Not because I don't think they're fine. I'm only because I'm so awkward. I've only been to one like 3 times in my life. Much earlier, when I was like 20, 21, 22.
I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was your 21st birthday, Matt.
Yeah.
And we thought it'd be a good idea. We were like, we're 21 now. What's the thing that you do for your 21st birthday? And your
movies.
I can't remember whose idea it was. I don't think it was yours. I think it was your brother's.
Probably.
I feel like it was.
Right.
No, sorry, I shouldn't say his name, should I? Your brother's idea.
Shouldn't say his name. Your brother.
Yeah.
No one knows who it is now.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, it's not like in America, and anyone who's from America listening, there's that kind of like make it rain dollar bill things. Well, we don't have our lowest. We
just pelt coins at them.
Well, our lowest
£1 and £2 coins, really aggressive.
Exactly. Our lowest paper currency is
Give them a flogging.
Is a £5 note, which is about $6 or $7, which you don't want to be chucking unless you're fucking made of money. And where we were was not a place where you should be if you're made of money.
No, so they go around with literally a glass, and you have to put pound coins in the glass as you're walking around.
But it wasn't sexy. It wasn't like on TV you see these American strip clubs and they've all got like this purple lighting, and if you could see Dave's room now, it looks a bit like a strip club. But it was just like a pub. It was like a normal English pub with all these old men around us, all standing, looking at this Russian teenager get her vag out, and then everyone clapped and put £1 in a pot. And me and Matt looked at each other. Yeah, and you had to put £1 in the pot. You had to, because it was like the rule. And this really aggressive, massive man came around with this £1. And the thing is, you had to change up your notes, so you end up with your massive fucking pockets full of £1 coins.
Because I had previously gone at another time with work lot for like my 21st. No, I think it must have been my 20th birthday or so. So at least I knew like what to expect. And I remember saying to everyone, change your money up into pounds.
Yes, I remember.
No. So all night, everyone was walking around with all this change. And I think it was you, Joe. It might have been my brother. I don't think you realised that they get completely naked. And I remember...
That was me.
Yeah, and you went...
I'd never been to a strip club.
I just saw a bumhole. Like, I didn't think I'd see a bumhole, but I saw a bumhole.
I thought it was going to be like the movies, and they would just get down to their pants.
Wait, is that hair?
I didn't expect them to be fucking spread eagled 2 meters away from my face.
She's got a long mullet.
Mate, the lawn mullets I saw.
But I remember you guys like chipping in some money and be like, yeah, let's get him a private dance. So you got me a private dance, which I think cost £15, right?
Yeah, we were in a really bad strip club.
That's cheap. A great one. So I remember the stripper taking me to a private room, and she's like, sit there, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, like age 21. Knew it all. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know, leaning back. Yeah, whatever. I've seen a bumhole before.
I've seen 7. Yeah.
And this, like, but no, I'll be honest, I wasn't like that at all. I fucking hated it because I'm quite a polite person. I swear a lot, but I'm quite polite.
He loves his nan. He calls his nan regularly.
I do. I rang her today.
Yeah, exactly.
And she, halfway through, this girl doing this strip on a pole, she stopped and went, "Are you okay?"
Not what you want to hear when you're getting a lap dance.
I was like,
what does?
I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You do you, love.
But I know, it's like, obviously I knew where to look, but I didn't want to be rude.
But that's the really weird thing, and you've hit the nail on the head. And I can only imagine what it was like being singly in a room with them, because the second time, the only out of 2 times, it was with you, and then years later I went on a stag do in Prague, and we went to one. And Prague, the rules are even less, because you're up close to the bumhole and the vagina, because they get on this little metal table. And the weird thing is, it's like you and like 6 or 7 guys with this girl just dancing, and you're all like, this is a bit weird. Like, you're all shoulder to shoulder.
Is it a bit like, I don't know, like if we all got together and started watching porn?
That's exactly what it was like. And she was like, she was giving it her best. She was really going for it.
Solid 6.
Yeah. To be fair, I couldn't kneel on a small table and gyrate and take all my clothes off. That is a talent. Fair play to her. But it was all this, and there was like I was getting kicked in the head quite a lot by her big shoes. And
you've reminded me of my first time.
And then she stopped, and then we all kind of just were like,
bravo! Well done.
Yeah.
6 out of 10, not enough bumhole.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm proud.
Well done, you. Now, no, I don't want any time with you alone. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Shoo.
Thank you for the
Weird
memories.
society.
Bloody go away, right?
You'd have to sort of go from the point of view, like sort of like make it even more awkward. So when you're around all these guys, be like, "Oh, club my sister."
Oh yeah. just like nudging the guy next to you and going. Yeah. We shared a womb once.
Oh, we shared a womb.
Nothing's more intimate than that.
Mother's proud. Mother wanted.
She's on next.
Mother, you'll see where I arrived.
See that scar? That's where I came out.
Mother does the best performances.
I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the bigger man here and end this segment before it gets even more out of control.
Goodbye, Mother.
Love you, Daddy. Love you, Mummy.
And that's
Dance to me, Mummy.
Arr! Are you having trouble finding the perfect mate to shiver your timbers whilst pillaging and plundering? Have you had dates that simply doesn't jolly or roger? Trying to find your long john so you can sink the anchor into their lagoon? Well, sign up to jollybunker.com to find the perfect place to put your seaman into a seaman. The Caribbean's #1 pirate dating site. Me skull and bones aren't the only thing I plan on raising tonight. Arr!
Right. So, guys, I'm quite an influencer on Google Maps.
That went a complete 180.
I'm quite an influencer. I've got 8 reviews, and one of my reviews has been shared over 500. It's been seen over 500 times. It was a mistake I had in Prague. So I thought, there's obviously a market for this kind of thing. So I thought So I was browsing through them, and I found some pretty funny ones. So the context is, I text the guys. We have like a little group chat, the Billy Rebel group chat, and I was like, look for weird reviews for things you wouldn't expect a review to be on Google Maps. And this is a good example. So at the minute, I'm in Folkestone, and the Folkestone Household Waste and Recycling Centre actually has 47 reviews attached to it, which I thought was remarkable that people are going to the fucking dump and reviewing it. My favourite one is Mick Micah. A year ago, this week my cat was run over and killed, and the body collected by the folks here. They allowed me time at the side of the road, called me very quickly with a chip number, and knew where to collect his body. Very sympathetic and warm. The service they gave me was first class. That's a little sad. To counterpoint that, Elaine Kerr just said, I hate it. 1 star.
If there's one thing I hate, it's the dump.
Yeah. And Stuart Harding gave it 4 out of 5 and said, it's a dump. And for most things, that would be a bad review. But for a dump, I'd say
it's a dump.
It's pretty
good.
spot on, yeah.
It's pretty
4 out of
dumpy.
5.
I've got another one from where
boy.
I actually live. I've got Enfield Power Station. JB said, really cool place to urban explore. The guard dogs are a bit annoying, so bring stakes to distract them. Lots of security lasers to sneak past, and cool chests and loot to be found. Mohammed Hussein just said 5 out of 5, no comment at this time. Which is weird, because if you leave no comment, it's just blank. So he actually wrote no comment at this time. Mike M said 5 out of 5, great place to be. Without this baby, we wouldn't be able to play World of Tanks or Diablo 3. Absolute lifesaver. And one of my favourite ones I found was the River Thames. My personal favourite river, because it's where I get all my drinking water from, as do the rest of you. There were two reviews that were both 4 out of 5 that mentioned rolling, which I thought was weird. Lucas Mayor Jobby said, stand and see the water roll by. And David Hive said, still rolling through the great city of London. I didn't know the Thames rolled.
Do you think he was just there, like, on the side and was like, I'm going to review this?
Yeah, and then David overheard him. He was like, oh, I'm just watching the water roll by. And David was like, It's still rolling.
Hey.
Or he saw Lucas's review, went a year later and went, no, it's still rolling.
Oh, look, it's still here.
Some say that's where Fred Durst got his inspiration.
Graham Jenkins said, no flood alert on my visit. Well done. Well done. Wayne Baker said, 5 out of 5. The water tasted funny, but if you drink it warm, it helps.
If you drink it,
Christopher Smart, 5 out of 5, just said wet.
It is.
Yeah.
He's on the ball there.
Red Baron said, probably the best river in London, but don't take my word for it, despite him doing 150 reviews on Google Maps. Don't take my word for it, person who reviews places.
Do you reckon that's his catchphrase or something? The covers.
Have any of you guys actually left a review on anything?
Yeah, like I said, I've got 5 reviews, man. I'm an influencer.
Oh, sorry, you got 5. But okay, apart from Joe, Matt and Ash, have you ever sat there after something and gone, I need to review this?
No.
No.
Just eat. That's about it.
Maybe just eat because it was pedantic about it.
Yeah. No. But I don't want anyone to know my experience.
No.
Yeah. I'll finish off the Thames. With my 2 favourite reviews.
Please do.
Jonathan Thompson said, 1 out of 5, I've never been. And my favourite one was Gervasio Montenegro, 2 out of 5 stars. Not my favourite river. It tends to get too large and collects a lot of dirty stuff. Personnel not very welcoming. Still a decent deal for the price you pay. Who the fuck did you pay to look at the Thames? And no wonder you felt like you were ripped off, because I can see the Thames where the fuck I want. Just go to it and look at it. I cross it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Maybe he chucked his money in like a wishing well.
So Matt, did you find any good reviews?
Yeah, I've got some good reviews.
Go on.
So unfortunately, I didn't write down people's names. I've just written the reviews.
That's okay. I went a bit extra on it.
So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to keep it fairly close to home and somewhere we all know, the London Dungeon.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've got some 1-star reviews here. After waiting half an hour to get started after entrance, we wasn't impressed. Tacky stage set up of events from part. No, ignore that. Ignore that.
Good.
Yeah.
Tacky stage setups with kids dressed up badly, telling short stories of what happened whilst trying to scare people with the lights going on and off. Had much more fun on a ghost train.
Now, that's interesting because every ghost train I've ever been on has been fucking terrible.
Another
1-star review. Go on, Dave.
Oh.
Sorry.
Going after you.
No, I was just going to tell the next one. Just tell him what he's going to say.
He just said about something about 3 eyes, mate.
Flashy red eyes on the ghost train.
Right, cool story.
My favourite part.
Another one, sorry. This place is for 10-year-olds and under. So disappointed. If I could rate this less than 1 star, I would. But then London Dungeon replied.
Amazing. I love this shit.
I've got a fucking fly around me. Interesting. We think we heard you scream the loudest when Jack the Ripper paid a visit. It was really good and interesting, also quite scary. Now, they gave it 1 star, right? They gave this 1 star. It was really quite good and interesting, also quite scary. 5 stars, but they gave it 1 star. and another one, not 1 star. Is it necessary to depict past crime of a country?
Yes.
But then I was like, oh, okay. So I thought, I was looking around some weird things. I was trying to look at people gave reviews on cemeteries, and most of them were like, they didn't open when I wanted it to be open. I did find one of Abney Park Cemetery, which was nice for a post-brunch muddy walk from Church Street through to Stoke Newington High Street. Many gravestones feature fascinating stories. Haven't seen any ghosts here yet. 3 stars.
I love the idea of going for a post-brunch walk through a graveyard in search of ghosts, in search of a gay yard, In search of ghosts.
But my last one. Right. So these next 3 reviews are all 5-star reviews. Okay, and all of these are Hogsmill sewage treatment works.
Oh wow. My favourite place.
So, a 5-star review. We've got, raw sewage, delicious. The time to visit for the best aromas is between 1700... sorry, that's not a year.
1700. The best time to visit is the 1700s. So get in the time machine.
Raw sewage, delicious. The time to visit for the best aromas is between 5 and 8. Another one. Another 5-star review. If I could choose where my sewage was treated, it would be here. And my last one is 5-star review. No one ever got hurt getting dirty in a sewage treatment facility. Can't beat this place for a nice, good, clean, fun-filled family day out.
Oh, wow. Clean. A nice, clean family day out.
Mate, I feel sorry for
it's
that
been
kid.
cleaned.
Also, during that, one of the things we like to do during this podcast is be very hipster and drink craft beers. And I've just got this one that some of the other guys have had where the whole top comes off the beer can. It really scared me when it made a loud noise. I was very startled.
Yeah, I got confused when you poured it into a vase.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So Dave, did you find any weird reviews?
Yeah, I am. So one thing I have to use a lot in my normal job when I'm not in the incident is TripAdvisor and places for people to stay in weird areas. And TripAdvisor is a goldmine for.
Can we point out that Dave, you're not a pimp? You do music. Yeah, we're talking about musical touring.
Yeah, I'm a musical touring engineer. I'm a sound engineer with bands. I don't sell.
You're not soliciting rooms.
No.
I need places for my bum.
I gave that job.
I need places for my sister and mother.
I sell them to you. You buy now. You take. Anyway,
Finest dancers in all the land.
A while ago, I discovered that TripAdvisor, especially when looking for hotels in weird, obscure areas, mainly around Germany, you'd find some reviews. And you'd be like, oh, okay, interesting. I mean, like, so for example, going on TripAdvisor, this was a review for someone who went on holiday to Mumbai in India. I was disgusted to find that almost every restaurant served curry, and I don't like spicy food at all. Things like that. That just sums up TripAdvisor. This one is a review from going to France. My boyfriend and I asked for single beds in our room, and you gave us double beds, and now I'm pregnant. So, thumbs up. But what I focused in on, funny enough, quite close to what Joe went for with the River Thames. I went for the Tower Bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
I was getting that confused with London Bridge, but that's probably me.
I've always done that as well. I don't know why, even though I know the difference. I always go Tower London,
yeah.
Tower Bridge, London.
Despite us all knowing London very well.
Yeah, despite us all knowing that.
I don't get confused because I walk over London Bridge to go to work.
Right. Mr. London. I'm Mr. London.
You grubs.
You scum. Us,
go on then, Dave.
scum compared to that. But basically, when looking at reviews for London Bridge, there were 3 in a run that just summed it up perfectly for me. So Mokolef, back in February 2019, wrote, "Don't waste your money. Really don't. If you want to walk in 2 badly covered, non-view orientated corridors above the main driveway, dodging selfie takers, then this is for you. The exhibition on bridges doesn't cover our own historic masterpieces like the Forth Bridge, but if you're up for looking at the wonky Millennium Bridge, that was a disaster from the start to finish, it's there in all its glory, obscuring a fantastic view, of course. The machinery room was good though, well presented, but it tells you all about the machinery and doesn't very little as why it's there."
Oh,
that was him. But then this one
come away from the mic a bit. You're really
sorry. This guy in the middle, Roski, wrote, "Oh look, it's a bridge. It's striped in blue. It's famous. I can't think of any other reason to go there."
Good.
And then last but not least, Brian DeWing wrote, "I know it's pedantic to slag off one of the world's most iconic tourist attractions, but when it opens while you're queuing to get across from Romance Fades, there, I said it."
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Gold star.
They said it.
Gold star. Yeah. 5 out of 5. What did you give it? 5 out of 5?
These were all 1 stars.
Oh,
Through them.
bitch.
So, Ash, what have you got?
Right, so I've got a couple, but my main one's derived from one place, and that is Loch Ness.
Oh.
So, as you can imagine, everyone thinks they're fucking hilarious. And as we go from literally from a day ago, I went skinny dipping and everyone thought they saw the monster.
Banter.
Another one. With my kilt on the boat, the air in my face, I was disappointed I didn't see the monster. Sad face. And then we go in a bit further, didn't see the monster, 1 star. And then you got Nessie is huge from 2 months ago, 5 stars. So literally, everyone thinks they are fucking hilarious and have to mention the monster. I found the monster, 3 exclamation marks, 5 stars. So anyway.
And you know full well that the people will go there genuinely looking for it.
Yep.
And they're like, where the fuck is it? And then they get I couldn't see it, 1 star.
I've just seen one here. Very nice Ness. Loved the people, and Nessie was a sweet baby. Too bad she nibbles. Took my damn hand clean off. 5 stars. 10 out of 10. Got wet while swimming.
Got wet while swimming. That's what I wanted. Got it.
Got Wet while Swimming is a great punk band album name.
So
or a ska band.
Yeah, ska band. It reminds me of what's that NoFX album? Punk and Drublic. Yeah.
And then I've got one more, which was something completely unrelated before I decided to go to Loch Ness, and it was for Victoria's Secret in Lakeside. It was from 2 months ago, and it just really made me laugh because of the name. Muffy is hands down the most friendly and attentive help I've ever had while being fitted for a bra.
Muffy. Muffy the bra fitter.
Muffy is hands down the most friendly and attentive help I've ever had while being fitted for a bra. I wasn't asked at the till who helped me. Should really have praised her. Since I left with 6 bras, you're the best. 5 stars.
Muffy. I'm still getting over someone being called Muffy. Do you know what? Gerald, a beautiful baby girl. What should we call her? No, Muffy.
Muffy. Well, I like your muff, so Muffy.
Yeah,
Gerald.
She came out of your muff, so Muffy.
So that was our shit
There you
news.
go. No, it was shit reviews.
Oh yeah, shit reviews.
Hey Matt.
Too busy
How much have you had to drink?
Aren't you, Matt?
Huzzah!
How many crabbies?
You crabby motherfucker.
I was drinking before we even started this
So
podcast.
was I.
Yeah. I think I started about 4 today. So.
Yeah, same. So I'm gonna eat it.
So basically, welcome to Sin and Jim, where you listen to 4 drunk men in their 30s. That has been reviews.
The new album from Reginald. See you next Tuesday. Featuring such great songs like Stretch Armstrong or something. And 100 years of this shit. Also, last year's chart-topping #1, Eating My Own Shell. And who could forget that great hit, Chilling in Tosa Bay? Available at all good Juicy Boy retailers. See you next Tuesday by Reginald.
So, guys, I like to surprise you every week. I did Crow Boy's car showroom last week, and I've done a few random things, like what was the horse one? I can't remember what the fuck that was. Woofer, yeah. But this week, it's not a game. Sorry.
Oh.
But it is something I came across, and it's a bit like we're all in our 30s now, and it's a bit like every generation starts to not understand what the fuck kids are talking about. Right. And if you remember, we were around at the birth of the internet. We were there. Damn it, and we were growing up with it. And one of the things about the birth of the internet was the fan fiction. Do you remember fan fiction? You'd write about your favorite. It would be things that you loved, and you'd write like a alternate story to it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There used to be fan fiction for everything. There'd be Sonic fan fiction and all kinds of shit like that. And these days they're called Imagines, and they're a lot shorter than I remember. And I found this Instagram that kind of collates the worst of Imagines. So Imagines.
Oh my God.
The best way I can describe them is they put you, usually a teenage girl, in the shoes of whatever this Imagine is about, and usually it's about Shawn Mendes or some Korean pop star I've never heard of, or the most popular genre of Imagines is One Direction. Everyone remembers One Direction. And they're still going strong. And I was like, okay, this is a niche market for people writing little fanfics about One Direction. I looked at how many times they've been viewed. And it was 2.1 million times, 1.9 million times.
Jesus.
So I'll read you a couple of the short Imagines, and then I've got a bit of a longer story to read you. God. If you will let me.
I'm scared. I'm
a little bit as well.
And usually they come, I'm going to show you here, but usually it comes with a picture of someone from One Direction and then just text over their face. A bit like that.
Okay.
So like this one just says, Niall Horan crawling in your ear. You tell him to stop, but he's in there.
What the fuck?
Oh. Stop it, Niall.
You're kissing Harry. Things get so intense that you choke on his spit, then you die.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
Imagine you and Harry on a date and you're playing Chubby Bunny. On your first try, you accidentally swallow the whole marshmallow and run to the bathroom and poop it out. You and Harry look in the toilet and laugh as he hugs you. Imagine.
I'm sorry. What are you playing?
What the fuck?
Why have I got a feeling that this isn't like teenage girls that are writing this? This is like 40-year-old men.
Well,
writing it on behalf of teenage girls. And my main question,
Chubby Bunny.
So I've got a couple of longer ones to read out, and the idea of Imagines is it's basically fan fiction, but at the front it's got like a key, and it's like whenever I type the letter Y, you've got to pretend that's you put your name in, and whenever you see various other, that's your eye color, and it's just to make it feel a little more interactive. But I got a couple of ones. One I will read out, and it uses words I feel uncomfortable with. The other one is just I feel like I've gone on a list just for having it brought up on my browser. And you were talking about 40-year-old men. This one was definitely written. The second one was definitely written by a 40-year-old man. But I'll read the first one. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's fucking long.
calm down.
It's called Scarves Harry. I'm going to read the bit at the beginning, and then I'll skip ahead a bit. You lead him to the dance floor. This is how it starts. This is how the story starts. No exposition.
Are these? It feels like this is just not fan fiction, but just like erotic fantasies.
This is erotic. This is getting into erotic fantasy now.
Okay.
About One Direction, but they call them Imagines because you put yourself in their position.
Imagine.
You lead him to the dance floor by holding the ends of his scarf. He usually doesn't dance, Right, this is Harry Styles from One Direction. He never fucking dances.
He doesn't.
But the music is calling you. You find a place on the crowded floor. You wrap your arms around his neck and place his hands on his hips, crushing into his hips. You feel the bulge in his super tight black skinny jeans. He whispers in your ear and kisses your neck. Let's get out of here. So there's a whole lot of shit before that. There's a whole load of... He has multiple scarves that he uses to bind you.
And puts it Dr. fucking Who.
He's Doctor Who.
And this is where...
I can imagine that as an imagine. And turns out he's a Time Lord.
Yeah. And this is where I think this one was genuinely... And I hate to take the piss, but this one feels like it was genuinely written by a teenage girl or boy because it's got like a limited knowledge of sex. But the other one that I feel uncomfortable at reading out loud was definitely written by someone much older. So it's like his hands cup your core and you moan. His thumb gently touches your clit.
His fun jelly.
Fun jelly.
His thumb gently.
Not fun gently.
I had fun jelly.
His fun jelly touches your clit.
His fun jelly. I'm definitely calling my penis fun jelly.
You know when you get a bit too drunk and it's too soft to get it in?
Yeah.
That's fun jelly.
My thumb jelly.
Just thumbing in the thumb jelly, darling. Ignore me.
Ready for this thumb jelly?
Oh, Christ. I'm sorry. If anyone kids are listening,
It's not set yet. Bear with me. It's not set.
Stop listening right now.
Stop it a minute.
Right. He used his other hand to slide a finger and make sure you're wet enough. As he slides in the second, he withdraws his fingers, and you hear him suck his fingers, getting all your wetness off.
That's dry now.
You can feel his breath on your core. You can feel his breath on your core.
On your core?
Yeah.
What, are you a fucking apple?
He takes his other hand and places it on your stomach to keep you still. Stop it. Silence.
Oh, stop that now!
Look at all your fun jelly. Whoa.
Best hold down the belly to keep down the fun jelly.
Right, bear this one. This one's quite a hard sentence. You feel him stop, and he moves up the bed. The mattress collapses on either side of you. His hands. He moves again. He places his cock at your entrance. Just barely touching you. I'm imagining like opening, you know those automatically opening doors?
Like Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So he places his cock at your entrance, just barely touching you. You hear a faint laugh as he watches you squirm.
I'm Count Factula.
Yeah.
Imagine.
There's all kinds of
Someone said that.
Okay.
He pulls out.
Sorry,
And
what
reaches
member of...
He pulls out and reaches behind himself on either side and undoes the restraints. He moves to your side and reaches behind your head. Careful not to pull your hair as he unties the blindfold. The first thing you see is his beautiful face, and he kisses you. When you get dressed the next morning, you're about to leave. You grab one of the scarves and stick it in your purse. And that's the end of the story.
My scarf.
I mean,
Mine now.
do you want me
sex.
to? Do you want me to read some of the other one because I feel like we're all
And then
gonna.
he becomes the new Harry.
I'm done with it, to be honest.
Are you sure? Because
Mate, I don't know if I can deal with it.
because this
I'm
one
done with it.
this one is horrible.
Maybe read the worst sentence out of it.
It comes with lots of warnings.
Or the worst paragraph.
Yeah.
Give us a blurb.
It's about pretending to be a baby.
Oh no.
No. Don't want it.
Yeah, actually, do you know
Go on,
what?
what's the worst?
Yeah.
What's the worst paragraph?
Do you really want the worst paragraph?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
the worst paragraph.
It makes me a little. Well, I say it makes me a little sick. It makes me a lot sick.
Okay, go. Worst paragraph.
So while I hold her legs apart and start to wipe her, I accidentally run a
Start to
finger.
what, her?
So while I hold her legs apart and start to wipe her, I accidentally run a finger down her, and that is as far as I'm going to go.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So what we got up next, Joe?
She whines as I try. She whines as I try to fasten her diaper.
No, stop.
Yeah,
No,
this is.
I'm not. No.
So what's
3
that?
out of 10.
It's been a gym
That's the-
podcast, Joe.
That story is just called dinner. Apparently.
That makes it so much worse.
New from Juicy Crew, Bing Bong Biscuits. A creamy, delicious, soft-scented, crunchy treat to enjoy alone in the bath, thinking of your favorite crustacean. Don't let anybody else have one. Look up your missus.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, weenies, it is time for my favourite part. I've obviously been given the task of reading out the Blank O Mattic. Now, we're using a different site this week to do the Blank O Mattic to what we usually do. This one's a bit of a new one for us. We are using the Smokey the Bear website. Now, in case you don't know what Smokey the Bear is, Smokey the Bear is a mascot to help prevent wildfires. And I'm just gonna read out the quick blurb from the Smoky Bear website.
One sec, before you start that, do you want to explain what the Blank O Mattic is for anyone that might be joining in for the first time?
Before I go into about Smoky Bear. So the Blank O Mattic, we basically have a random generator that we find online, not normally the Smoky the Bear website. It's normally, we'd write like maybe a letter, a love letter, we'd write a short story, and it will give us like, say, put in an adjective, put in a verb, put in a noun, put in a name, and we'd put this all in. And then we click generate and it will create whatever we've put into some sort of story, letter, blah, 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 blah. So this week we're using the Smoky Bear thing. So I'm going to start off with, just so you know what Smoky the Bear is. The first thing is, what is a wildfire? Now, with somebody who's recently had a fire, and you can probably still see if you're watching the video, you can probably still see a little bit of red on the end of my nose.
You see red all over my face, but I have not been in a fire.
Yeah.
I've just been a ginger man in the sun.
Name of your new ska band.
Yeah.
So, what is a wildfire? Wildfires are an unplanned fire that burns in forests and other wildlands, such as a shrub or grass communities. They are a powerful natural force we must fully understand and respect in order to best help control. Nearly 9 out of 10 wildfires nationwide are caused by humans and could have been prevented. And if you're in a wildfire, you will die. So, don't know why two people have got sunglasses on now on our video chat, but
Joe's a very like Terminator 1.
I'm not gonna lie, right? So before we start the Smoky the Bear thing, I decided that I would light my face with a lounge lamp to give myself some good lighting, and it's been blinding me the whole fucking time, and making me look more pink than I need to be. So I'm getting to the end of this and I'm going a bit blind, so I've decided to wear these for the last segment.
I've only got bottle caps for the end of my eyes.
Actually, I can actually say that. Yeah, I can do that as well.
Wait.
That's the screen grab.
Wait, I'm getting the screen grab.
Hands.
I can't do the hands and do the screen grab. Wait.
Hurry up!
Come on, this is in the podcast. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
You like you.
I've got beer in my eye.
Please ignore that.
So the Smoky the Bear website. Okay, so we're gonna go through the Smoky the Bear story maker. Okay. Ooh. First of all,
name of my first child.
What is your name?
Oh,
first of all,
Clifford.
No. Grublitz Grunty. No, wait, what? Greyer.
Grublitz
McGrunty.
No, I like just Grunty. Grublitz Grunty.
Grublitz Grunty.
Grublitz Grunty. I've written Grumbits.
Grumbits. Your autocorrect has a mind of its own.
So, your birthday. 30th of February.
Yeah. 30th, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, your favourite season? Hallow's Dawn.
Seasons in the abyss. I don't know.
Spring break.
Spring break, motherfucker.
Spring break, motherfucker.
Spring bake,
motherfucker.
Spring bake.
I fucking love it when D.H. Smith comes out with spring bake.
I'm alright.
Right, I've written spring break, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
A tall object.
Oh. Dave. That's a fucking
thanks. Statue of Liberty.
Giraffe.
Giraffe with a scarf.
Giraffe with a scarf.
Giraffe with a scarf.
We have no idea how this is going to come out. We're out
number. We need a number.
7. 69.
I knew that was
That's a sex one.
A goofy activity.
69.
Willy slapping.
Curling.
Now, this is one where Joe comes up with like a full sentence of like...
curling a nice long boy.
Curling a nice long boy.
That's a standard activity.
Curling a nice long hairy boy.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
For shizzling. I'm dizzling.
For sizzling my dizzling.
What about curling a nice long hairy boy? Wow.
No,
Wow.
curling a nice long hairy boy, comma, wow.
Okay.
Right, comma. Don't actually put a comma.
Okay. All right, comma.
Wow.
Comma. Curling a nice long hairy boy, comma, wow. Time of the day.
Today, now. What?
What?
What time
3
is
o'clock
it?
in the afternoon.
Midday drinking.
Midday
4:20.
drinking.
Midday drinking.
Second breakfast.
Thinking.
Midday drinking. Smack your mother.
Smack your mother.
Look up your missus.
Midday drinking. Look up your missus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't make all of them too long, though.
All right. Best
It's really
friend's
hard
name.
for someone to read it.
Best friend's name?
Best-
Wimplethorpe Berry Snatch.
What? Rufus?
Rufus Roughhound.
Rufus Roughhound.
Crinkle Gingle Galley.
Crinkle Gingle Galley. Rufus Crinkle Gingle Galley.
I hate that.
Crinkle Gringle Crinkle
Crinkle
Ging-
Gingle Galley.
I hate that little shit.
What?
Wow. Rufus, Crinkle Galley.
Galley.
Favorite book.
Oh,
The cat, the twat, and the doorknob.
the cat, the twat, and the doorknob.
The cat.
The classic, that one.
Oh,
Have you
that
ever
one
read it?
got me. Cat, the twat, and the doorknob. Woo.
It's a classic.
Favorite outdoor activity.
Oh, Willie slapping pie mashing. What?
Would he slap in salmon?
Willie slapping pie mashing.
We are all
I said it's
so
the
drunk.
reason it cut out after Willie smashing. So it was just Willie smashing.
Name of a gross food.
Your mum's-
Avocado.
Avocado. When they're not gross, they're just shit, aren't they?
your mum.
Your mum. Yeah, your mum.
What about
Carrot.
Swede.
Carrot and swede, everyone's least favourite food.
Swede.
Herring hair.
Herringbone stew.
Herringbone stew.
squelchy herring stew?
Herringbone stew. Sorry, squelchy herringbone stew. There we are. Squelchy herringbone stew. Something you say when you're scared.
Wet. I'm wet.
Oh, shiggly-biggly-boo.
I'm wet with scared.
No, this is the perfect opportunity.
I'm mildly bewildered.
Flip flop fly.
Flip-flop fly.
Flip-flop fly.
Goodness, flip-flop fly.
I'm a scared guy.
And then
Slappity do, you made a boo.
flip flop fly. I'm a scared guy. Slappity doo. You made a boo.
Yes.
Wow. I'm scared.
I'll go. As much
Stop
as
trying to make the new Bing Bong biscuits.
We are. We're trying to do it. Flip flop fly. I'm a
we all
scared
see
guy.
the new t-shirt.
Slappity doo.
Slappity do, you made a boo.
Just waiting for Catherine to put it on a t-shirt now.
Yeah. Stew. Was it slappity doo?
You made a
You
boo.
made a boo.
You. Fucking hell. You made a boo. Okay. Something that smells awful.
Your mum.
Mother's chuff.
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 The
That's the word.
mother-daughter strip dance.
Were we talking about strip clubs before?
Mummy's dirty
Pound
pole.
strip clubs.
I just called it Mother's chuffed.
Mother's chuffed.
Mother's chuffed.
She's chuffed.
Something else that smells awful.
Sister's chuffed.
Bean boy and biscuits.
Sad.
Lemons.
Nan's discharge.
Sad Nan's discharge.
Sad Nan's discharge.
Sad Nan's discharge.
Name of a classmate.
Willie
Keith.
Willie Keith.
Willie Keith.
First name, last name.
Teacher's name. Graham.
Keith Willie.
No, let's get we're dealing with too many normal first names.
Oh, okay.
Crackers McGinty.
Crackers McGinty.
Keith Willie and Crackers
Crackers
McGinty.
McGinty.
Honky
Hello
Tonk
there,
Fan.
kids. It's me, Crackers McGinty.
No, the next one's favourite movie star. We could
Honky Tonk Flan. There we go.
Who's my
Honky
favourite
Tonk
movie
Flan.
star?
I'm not sure about
Caspian
Flan.
Flan.
What about Honky Tonk Jim?
Honky Tonk Jim.
Generic man Paul Rudd.
Man, Paul Rudd.
Actually, I like generic man, but it needs something.
Generic Man Jam Jar.
Generic man John Johnson.
From Sandwich.
Jam sandwich.
Generic man John Johnson. Okay. Your favourite expression?
Bing bong
Static.
biscuits. Look up your missus.
Comes the
My
juicy
favourite
fruit.
Is
expression.
wow. All right.
Oh, that old expression.
Flavoured Skittles are subpar.
What is it?
Your favourite expression?
Eva, can I stab a bat in a cave?
Oh, my head.
Can I stab? This is going to be so shit, this one.
How many poos to make this
Brilliant.
mosaic?
Can I stab a bat?
No, it's Eva, comma, can I stab a bat in a cave? That's the palindrome.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Either.
Wasn't it
Can
the
I
other way? Was it? Oh, no, it's the palindrome, isn't it? Yeah.
Race car backwards.
Favourite piece of clothing?
Blazer.
Poppies.
Pantaloons.
One leg sock.
A half kilted leg skirt.
Half kilted leg skirt.
My snake costume.
All right. It's been outdone by my snake costume.
I'm taking these fucking glasses off. Fuck me. Oh,
Favourite toy?
mother's love.
Action Man race car.
Mother's love action race car.
Mum's fun jelly.
Oh,
Mother's
Daddy's fun jelly.
Daddy's
Action
fun
race
jelly.
jelly.
Daddy's fun
Daddy's
jelly.
Daddy's
jelly.
action
Daddy's fun
racing.
jelly.
Daddy's
Daddy's-
action race fun jelly.
I'm just going to put Daddy's fun jelly. A funny body part.
Daddy's fun jelly.
Daddy's fun spouter.
Here is my handle. Here is my spout. I don't know.
One
body part.
Mum's
We
favourite
haven't
boot.
done a creamy yet.
Oh yeah.
Creamy codpiece.
Creamy codpiece. That was good.
Okay, creamy codpiece. Favorite animal, plural.
A
Oh.
couple of wild monkeys. Couple of crazy gibbons.
Tarantulas termites.
Couple of ants' knees.
Feral,
Well, I've just
feral fanny ferrets.
feral fanny ferrets.
A couple of wild fanny ferrets.
I've just written feral fanny
Feral.
ferret.
Harold's fanny ferrets.
Favorite drink.
Bit of
Pina
shandies.
colada. Just put like a really normal answer, like
Sex on an estate.
a wine spritzer.
Spritzer.
Just a regular wine spritzer.
Regular warm water.
Warm Thames water.
Tepid.
Regular
Tepid Thames water.
regular warm Thames water. Favorite food.
Chewing gum.
Don't know what it is.
Favorite food.
Spag
beef.
bowl.
A 3-day-old Leon meal deal.
What?
3 day old
Leftovers from my just fresh
Leon
order.
meal deal.
Leon meal deal. In case you don't know what a Leon is, in case it's not anywhere else, Leon's a little fast food chain. $3 Leon meal deal. And I'm starting to get the hiccups from drinking. Favourite cartoon character?
Speedy Gonzales.
Speedy Gonzales.
I'm not writing that. That's too hard.
Spaz the dead rat.
Oh. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
That's my favourite cartoon character, don't you know?
The good old show of old Spaz the Dead Rat. Oh, here comes old Spaz the Dead Rat every Tuesday.
He's nailed to little Timmy's forehead.
No, fuck off. Spaz the Dead Rat. You can't come out.
Fuck. Okay. Mum or Dad's name?
Spaz the Dead Rat.
Mum or Dad's name?
Yeah, Spaz and the Dead Rat.
Dad Dadson.
Mumson.
Dad Dadson. Mums.
Mumson.
I like Mum Mumson.
Because they had a divorce. And she went back to her maiden name. Mumson. Oh, Jennifer Mumson.
Oh, it's been a long time since we've seen.
No, the last one. Okay, last one. Silly exercise.
Oh,
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous knee frosts.
Kettlebelled Willy Windmills.
Kettlebell Willy Windmills. You came out with that too fast.
Yeah.
That's my favourite exercise, mate.
It was a
That's
K
why you've got such a big
W.
dick.
Oh, mate, I've got a fucking headache.
I have as well.
You got to fucking read this, mate.
Oh, right, are we ready?
Drinking for 6 hours now.
Create story. Okay,
Oh, fuck, this isn't hot.
guys,
isn't cold
everyone, let's all have a drink.
Everyone have a drink.
I've run out.
Hang on.
Are we ready?
Oh, it smells like a packet of ham, this drink.
Fucking packet of ham.
Okay, right, here we go. A fairy tale by Grumblitz Grunty. I began the day on 30th of February. As I began every other day since I remember, the air was fresh and crisp, the sun burning brightly on this beautiful spring break, motherfucker.
Oh, what was that noise that just came out of me?
As every other morning, I walked through the forest trees as tall as counting at least 69 different kinds of birds chirping happily among the branches.
Oh.
I changed my course, deciding it was time for my daily curling and ice long hairy boy, wow. Scurrying down to the forest clearing, by around midday drinking, lock up your missus, I ran into Rufus... Fucking hell. I ran into Rufus Crinkle Gingle Galley, happily sitting in the sun, reading The Cat, the Twat and the Doorknob. I called out to say hello, and we began talking about Willy slapping pie mashing. Suddenly, the sun began to move behind the clouds. It began to softly drizzle, and I began to feel strange, and all I could taste was squelchy herringbone stew. I exclaimed, "Flip, flop, fly! I'm a scared guy. Slappity-doo, you made a boo." There was a strange smell that filled the air. Was it mother's chuff? Or maybe sad Nan's discharge. No!
Oh my god!
Oh, I hate it.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Fire! Could it be fire? Rufus Crinkle Ginkle Galley and I took off running through the clearing, seeing Willie Keith, and Crackers McGinty, and even generic man John Johnston running for cover. Either can I stab a bat in a cave? I gulped. What would become of us? What would become of all our homes? I thought fondly of my snake costume. What would become of us? I thought fondly of my snake costume and Daddy's fun jelly. Would they be lost forever? Oh God! Rubbing my creamy codpiece, thinking hard. I looked around, trying to find the source of the awful smell that was steadily growing stronger. In all the commotion, I lost sight of Rufus Crinkle Ginkle Galley, but saw a crowd of feral fanny ferrets cowering in the distance. I can't take it
I'm in so much pain right now.
By the time I arrived on the scene, the ranger had poured.
What was that, Matt? He needs a moment.
Wait. By the time I arrived on the scene, the ranger had poured regular warm tinsel and 3 Leon Meal all over the raging flames. Putting out the fire. Relieved and smiling weakly, I found Rufus Crinkle Ginkle Galley, as well as my friends, Spaz the dead rat, and Mum Mumpson, and bounced over to them knowing that the day was saved. We all thanked the ranger over and over, and the sun again broke through the clouds. As the last remaining puffs of smoke cleared, Rufus Crinkle Ginkle Galley grabbed me by the shoulders and shook me excitedly, insisting that we still had time to scamper off to Kettlebell Willy Windmills and make the most of the beautiful day.
That's one of my favourites so far. That was great.
Well done.
Oh
Fantastic.
my God!
Oh, I bet that website's never been used in such a way.
That was good fun. I'm
sweating from laughter. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, my head hurt. I need a tablet after this. Oh, fucking hell. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you. We are Sin and Gin Podcast. If you have any facts or anything interesting, or if you'd like to send us nudes, please send it to sinandginpodcast@gmail.com. You are very wonderful. Thank you for all your support. Please make sure to share, give us a like, and we love you very much.
We love you. We'll keep doing this to keep you all entertained.
Until we die.
Until we die.
Death.
Remember, send love to your mum-mumsons and your dad-dadsons.
And don't forget their fun jelly.
and Spaz the dead rat.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.